On that Friday, I was given proof that and it's crazy how it's pretty difficult for me to say it, but I could be one of the best in the world, without doubt. It's just what I was made for, to play golf. I remember the first morning, you do the official photographs and everything, everybody with their rain gears, and I go straight into the locker room and come out, get changed, and go to the driving range, and you had to go over a bridge. And there's, the odds 100 American fans underneath the bridge, and this guy shouts, "Hit him crooked!" And I just look down and I go, really? I mean, it's Tuesday, 8:30 in the morning and you're already on it? Like, relax, man, it doesn't start before 3 days. I felt they were gonna be on us all the time the first morning. So the team sets up in alphabetical order. So in every ceremony we had, every dinner and everything, I'm first in line next to the captain, so I'm following the captain. We all sit down, and this guy on stage who's on the mic gets on and talks about Sevi. I have Holly next to me, and I feel it's gonna be quite a couple of very difficult minutes for him. And I can hear his breathing starts to change and he starts to shake a little. I'm the only rookie in this team. I don't really know him as much as all these other guys do, but I've got to do something. I can't leave this guy on his own because he feels alone there then. I just wanted him to know, that we were all there, and I just put my hands on his leg to make him feel that he wasn't alone in this. I didn't think it was my role, but I felt like it was the last thing I wanted for him was to feel that he was on his own on that chair at that moment, think about his brother. Well, it never really crossed my mind that I was going to play foursomes on the first morning.
The European team, represented by Lee Westwood and Nicolas Colsaerts.
I kind of asked to play with Lee. I wanted to go out with somebody that's been around, that had played, and I thought that Lee was one of the guys that I would get along, the best.
First on the tee, representing Europe, Nicolas Colsaerts.
So I was pretty happy about my pairing. So you're on this tee and you're just, I'm just swinging away, just trying to get loose. We're playing Stricker and Tiger, hello, hello. What mattered to me was putting the ball on the ground, at the right timing, because, he has to announce, the four guys and the referee and the observers, and, there's this whole cinema going on. So I find my right moment to put the tee down, I do my couple of swings, I stand behind the ball, I'm fine. I look down the fairway, I'm okay. I look down the fairway again, fine. And then when I come back from my last look, everything starts to shake. Knees, hands, and I remember telling myself, it was quite a long moment. You're looking at this ball, and I'm starting to see it blur. It's not round. And I remember telling myself, I'm over this ball, and I go, well, you wanted this pretty badly, but you're gonna have to go, son. I don't know how I managed, it just caught it perfectly, went in the air, it looked like going towards a bunker, and just pitched over it. Must have pitched like 280 or 290 yards down the fairway. I mean, best shot ever, really. I have maybe like 25 feet, on the green. As soon as he leaves my club face, I'm thinking, it's just going to be a little bit short. And it just dies. And I walked over to Lee and I said, you know what, I'm still shaking from the first tee. But my senses are there. And that sort of calmed me down. Tiger holds his putt, you know, whatever, big deal, big roar. Whatever, let's go on to the next. I get on the third green and it was starting to get loud, you know, like, you know, they're one up, you know, there's reds on the board. It struck me at that moment, I saw these 4 coins surrounding the hole, and I told myself that it was actually the only thing I needed to worry about. All the noise, all the stupid stuff that you hear. The only thing that mattered was these 4 balls in position. I mean, I knew, you know, I had a good putt on first. I had a good putt on second. I had a good one on third. But I gave it the step, you know, you don't walk after a putt, especially in circumstances like that. You just wait for it to drop. And then this, you know, long curly thing, you know, drops on 4. I knew that I would, you know, just make my contribution here and there, and I was just hoping it was going to make the difference. There's a few pathways from in between greens and tee boxes. I remember the first one being from 7 to 8, yeah. I felt like I was being shouted at for no reason, you know. I'm just playing my golf. I've not done anything wrong, or, you know, why all this aggression, you know, towards somebody that I've always felt quite kind. My mom's right there, and, you know, I can feel the aggression, and I look over to her and I'm like, Mom, you all right? She's like, why wouldn't I be all right? Everything that I was saying was, you know, happening. Like, you know, every shot that I saw, every putt that I was reading, everything was, you know, coming out dead on. Lee looked at me like, whoa, man. This man's like in another dimension right now, man. I remember walking down the 10th fairway and Darren Clark is there, and he already knows that, you know, something special is happening, and he's looking at me and he goes, "You having fun, dude?" And I'm like, yeah, this is the most fun I ever had. I had this 4-iron. I knew that if I just get it, you know, anywhere in line, just on the green with the trajectory that I've chosen already, it was, you know, going to be quite good. But when it comes out like that, something like 220 yards into the wind, it's a bit of a bonus, really. '13 was pretty good because it's a pretty, you know, it's a pretty long hole. You know, you have to, you know, get club selection right. It was blowing a little bit, and the pin is short left. Michael Jordan's there, and George Bush is there, and, you know, I can really, you know, see how big of a deal this is. And I had this 3-iron right in line. Bounce, well, a couple of paces behind the hole, dead in line with it. Fantastic shot, man. When I hold that putt, it's the first uncontrolled reaction that I had all day. If you look closely at the images, it wants to come out, and it does eventually, but not very loudly. Like, you know, I knew that at one stage this thing was going to grab me by the guts and you know, make me do something stupid or something I didn't intentionally want it to do. Tiger and I, we hit our second shot.
Shot.
You know, I nearly hold it. He hits it just inside. Lee and Stricker hit it in the water. Lee hits it out on the green. Stricker takes a drop. Stricker hits it out, everyone. I'm not paying attention to what's going on. He's almost to his ball to mark it. And if Strix is away, Tiger can move ahead and putt in front of me because it's their go. Lee notices, walks over to Stricker's, picks Stricker's ball up. It's good, Strix. And I remember looking over to Tiger's, and Tiger's looking down the ground, and he starts laughing. He goes, oh, he's seen it. So I'm putting ahead of Tiger then. And it's the only time I asked Lee to come over to give me a read. And he told me just inside. I hit it inside, then hold it. I mean, a magic moment. It's another example why I wanted to go out with somebody like Lee, because he knows all these little subtleties or these little things that have an impact on the game. Very clever, very clever. Tiger gives it the walks and gives it this one, and I think it's just too much. Of course, he's hold this unbelievable downhill left to right, you know, that basically has to go in, otherwise they're, you know, not looking that good. But then again, it didn't really bother me that much. It was just unfolding in front of me, and I was just dealing with what was going on. We were still one up at that stage. Tiger hits it, you know, stone dead, you know, yeah, you can feel it then. Of course, he hits it close, so yeah, you know you're gonna have to make something. But on the actual shot, I wasn't thinking about, you know, making two. I was focused on hitting the shot so we're close. I knew it was gonna be fine. But he wasn't going to be as close as I wanted, that's for sure. I remember I had Brian, you know, my caddy next to me, and I go, might as well just give him that, he's not going to miss it. And Brian looks at me and goes, yeah, he's not going to miss that. As soon as I step onto the green, I'd completely forgot about that discussion. Since that little thing on the third green, just these 4 balls were going to matter. It sort of calmed me down. I was just in my own little world. It looked really good all the way. As soon as you see this thing drop, you know, you have nothing else to do but scream, because you know the importance of it. I don't know about all the calculation of, you know, being one up, okay, we get at least a half, blah, blah, blah. I don't, you know, it's my first time around, I don't know all these things. But I remember just looking at the crowd going like, you know, how about that? You didn't really see that one coming, did you? I think it was something like this, and then I just did the V sign, just saying, put me down for it too. I mean, you have to understand that when you go and play a Ryder Cup in America, I mean, you're under threat. I mean, you have this army of American people just screaming at you all day from the first hour in the morning. So it was just my way of just looking at everyone and go, you know, just have it. I was exhausted. I mean, I'd made 8 birdies and an eagle. I was just tired, mentally tired. I hit my thing pretty close. We go stand by the left-hand side of the green. I go in lead here. I don't think I have what it takes to watch this. And he turns around, looks at me and smiles, and he's like, well, you've been doing all this for 5.5 hours. If I was you, I'd watch it, you know. Next thing we know, Tiger misses. We just realized that we got a point. I was relieved, you know, that day was over because I had, you know, nothing left to give that day. You know, every lame kind of psychology advice you're gonna get is like, you just play the game, you know, but that day I just played golf like I was like 10 years old. I remember eyes, the looks on other people's faces, like, whoa, you know, and at that stage I really felt like I was part of the team. It's pretty special. When you go from playing this unbelievably good one day to not really getting away with it the days after, I was devastated because I felt like I had done enough on all day Saturday to make another contribution. I mean, you want it so much, I mean, you'd die for it. You're trying to give your best, but you just feel terrible when you're not able to, just to make that little difference that would, you know, help the team out. It's pretty difficult to swallow. We're watching Martin down 16th green, 17. And you go through these stages where it's gonna happen. Martin gets down to 17, wins that hole. It is happening. Getting onto 18th green and seeing Martin has to hold that putt to, it's down to just one putt. It could slip away now. So you go from, it could happen, to can't get away from us, to my God, we still have to hold this thing to win the thing. Because retaining really was kind of a victory already. To do it on 18 with this big American flag floating and just telling you, like, you're not gonna get this here in America. funny how the first thing that comes to mind is not really me, isn't it? It's very difficult to put into words. I don't think my English knowledge is deep enough to find the words that would have an impact big enough in this interview as it had on me at that stage. It was by far the best day of my life, you know. I just couldn't stop smiling, laughing, hugging people I'd never seen before, and you just feel stupid. But you realize that something absolutely amazing and just totally absurd had just happened. It's pretty intense. Tears, laughter, screaming, champagne going all over the place, people singing, dancing. Nobody has control of their emotions at that stage. You know, I'm there the rookie. I'm there with Poulter, Westwood, Alasavo, and they're all crying. You know, it doesn't get any better than that. There's a bogey that people don't really recall. You know, I bogeyed 12. And it's funny how everybody sort of missed that one. And I'm like, fine with me, totally fine with me.
Apologies, Nick.
Oh no, you're not the only one. Everybody had forgotten about that bogey on 12. I'm fine.